LoBiondo, who is the chairman of the subcommittee on the Coast Guard authorizing subcommittee, and I'd like to recognize him for 1 minute.
The gentleman from New Jersey is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I rise today in very strong support of H.R. 5855. Earlier this year, the President requested to cut funding for the Coast Guard more than 4% below the current level. This was the first time in over a decade that a President has proposed to reduce funding for the Coast Guard. In his budget, the President proposed to slash the number of service members by more than 1,000, which would shutter recruiting stations, take recently upgraded helicopters out of service, and exacerbate the growing patrol boat mission hour gap by retiring vessels before their replacements arrive. For acquisition, the President proposed to slash the budget by more than $270 million, or 19% below the FY 2012 enacted level. The request proposed to terminate or delay the acquisition of several critically needed replacement assets and eliminate funding to renovate derelict housing for service members and their dependents. The cuts put forth by the Obama administration were simply unacceptable, and myself and I think a large number of members were gravely concerned. As chairman of the Coast Guard's authorizing subcommittee, I know how critical it is for us not to repeat the mistakes of the 1990s when misguided cuts to the service's operation and acquisitions budget left it entirely unprepared to meet the post 9/11 mission demand. Fortunately, the bill before us today rejects the draconian 30 seconds, please.
The gentleman.
Gentleman's recognized 30 additional seconds.
Fortunately, the bill before us today rejects the draconian cuts proposed by the President and ensures the Coast Guard is provided with the resources needed to carry out its critical missions. I want to especially like to thank Chairman Adderholt and Ranking Member Price and their entire staff for recognizing the critical mission needs of the Coast Guard and accommodating those needs for the protection of America. I urge all members to support the legislation. Thank you.